bi-weekly community service show, Your Business Matters, with Pallavi Ahluwalia of Ahluwalia Law Offices. Tune into their show between 10:30 a.m. and 11 a.m. every Wednesday on 104.9 FM and ask her all your legal questions. Ms. Ahluwalia owns and operates Ahluwalia Law Offices PC. She received her law degree in 1996 from Southern Methodist University in Dallas, Texas, and also has a graduate degree in English Literature and Master of Philosophy in English Literature from the University of Punjab, Chandigarh in India. Ms. Ahluwalia is also a certified mediator and has served as an appointed mediator for Collin County Courts. In addition to regularly volunteering at legal aid clinics hosted by the Legal Aid of Northwest Texas, Ms. Ahluwalia serves as a legal advisor to Chetna, a non-profit organization working on issues related to domestic violence. She also spearheaded and participated in the inaugural annual legal aid clinic that was held to benefit the underprivileged South Asian community. Ms. Ahluwalia also served on the North American South Asian Bar Association's Executive Committee and is the founding president of the South Asian Bar Association of Dallas. Her speaking engagements have included being the speaker at the National South Asian Bar Association's annual conference, speaking at the conference held by the Texas chapter of the American Immigration Lawyers Association, and a presenter to the Indo-American Chamber of Commerce activities. She has been featured in Texas Lawyer magazine for an article on law firm ethics. Ms. Ahluwalia speaks English, Hindi, Urdu and Spanish. Her office handles cases involving immigration and naturalization law, family law, business law, contract law and civil litigation. She can be contacted directly at 972-361-0606 or pallavi@yourdesilawyer.com. This has been
Ahluwalialaw.com is yet another website where you can go and find more information about their law offices. And yes, this is Your Business Matters with Pallavi Ahluwalia from Ahluwalia Law Offices. She'll be doing her show remotely today, so get set with your questions and we will take you live on air. If you have any question related to employment and family-based immigration matter or family law, corporate law or civil matters, now is the time to call her. 972-235-5555. That's the number in the studio. Once again, 972-235-5555. To reach Pallavi beyond the show, you can call her front desk manager at 972-361-0606. With that, would like to welcome Pallavi on the airwaves of Fun Asia Radio 104.9 FM. Good morning to you, Pallavi. How are you doing?
A very good morning to you, Meetu. Doing very well. Glad to be part of your morning show with Your Business Matters. We're here every Wednesday between 10:30 and 11, sometimes at 11, to be able to answer questions and to interact with the community as well as provide any immigration updates. For right now, this is to everyone out there. We have the H-1B quota that's still running. The government has not closed it. It's supposed to be open for 5 business days, so that's going to take us till Thursday, which is tomorrow. And that's when we expect an announcement that they have reached their cap numbers and they will be running a lottery. So that's the update right there. The May visa bulletin is still awaited, still not here, so we don't have any visa bulletin kind of updates for the community. But if you have questions, please call us and be happy to answer you here on the air.
Perfect, because all the lines are blinking. So let's go straight to our first caller, Fun Asia Radio. You're live on the air. Go ahead and ask your questions, please.
Hi, this is Sudan.
Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I don't have a question. I just want to give something to community. My I-485 was denied and by USCIS error, and my lawyer did the ILA inquiry, and it got approved for me and my wife. Just
wonderful.
Hello?
That is great news.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Perfect. Thank you so much for sharing that information. And yes, if you have any question in mind, feel free to call us right now. 972-235-5555. That's the number in the studio. You are live on the air. Go ahead and ask your question, please. All right. Once again.
Hello?
Okay. You're live on the air. And are you all set to ask the question?
Yes.
Oh, good.
So my question is that my current H-1B expiring on April 12th and my I-94 expiring date is April 23rd. And my company has filed my H-1B extension last week. But the thing is that my current project is completed. And the last date to get another project is in April 18th. So in that scenario, if I don't get the new project by April 18th, then I have to leave the company. So in case if I have to leave the company, what should I do? Means when should I go for the filing H4? Or suppose if can my company file the H4 after April 18th?
Right. So here is like a quick answer to you. While your H1B is pending, you are planning on updating your H1B with latest project information. That will cause you a denial if you were planning on doing that. Because the project information or whatever you had argued in the H1B will stand as it was filed on the I-129 and the related arguments. So the time for you to be able to file for a transfer would be up until transfer, I mean to a change of status to an H4 from an H1 would be to the end of your I-94. So anytime if you file it before that, you would be fine. And the company that you have, if you don't find a project and if they were to withdraw that H1B, that would have no impact because you do have the I-94 that covers you till the 23rd of March is what 23rd of April is what I heard. So, and the other way for you to take on your H4 would be to step out of the country. You can leave this pending, your H1 pending. If it has an issue, you can step out and re-enter with an H4 and that would be fine as well.
Oh, okay. Thank you. And I have one more thing. If my H1 is get withdrawn before it gets approved, so will it impact my H4 EAD?
No, so you just have to make sure that within the validity period of your present H1B, that you transfer or do your change of status to an H4. And if you were to do that, then you would not have any issues in being able to, it has no impact on your H4 or its related EAD. It has no impact.
Okay. Oh, okay. Thanks, Pallavi. Thank you.
All right. Thank
All
you
right.
so much. And somebody else was also very delighted to talk to you, Pallavi.
Okay.
All right. Going to our next caller, Fun Asia Radio. You are live on the air. Go ahead and ask your question, please. Can you please turn off your radio and then ask your question?
Hi, this is Anam. I have a question. I became a citizen in February, and my parents had. Hello?
Yes, go ahead, please. I can hear you.
Okay. My parents were with me for 6 months. They had a visiting visa, but they overstayed 1 year. And I became a citizen in February. So does it make any difference? If I applied for their citizenship as well, for their time.
Okay, so no, you would not apply for their citizenship. So let me just understand because I cannot understand the question very well. You said you became a citizen last
In
year.
February?
And you have now applied for
Or
your
this
parents-
year.
Or this year, and now you have applied for your parents. You're applying for a green card for them.
Yes.
Okay, and they are in the country or they are abroad. And now you have applied for your parents, applying for a green card for them.
Can I request you to turn off your radio and then ask your question because there is a lot of echo there.
Yeah, I'm sorry for that.
No problem. Go ahead.
Okay, so did you understand my question?
Yeah, so I understand that you've recently become a U.S. citizen and you're now applying for a green card for your
Green
parents.
card.
And so
Yes.
tell me your question because I could not understand the question at the end.
So now, as they stayed overstayed over here for 1 year, would it make any difference?
No. So they are in the country currently out of status is what you're saying?
No, they left.
Okay, well then now they're going to have an issue. So anytime that anybody has overstayed their stay here now, for them to come back in, even if you are a U.S. citizen, so the only way they could have been excused was if they had stayed in the country and you had filed for their I-130 and 485, their adjustment of status, then as an immediate relative, they would have been excused. Now, when they're outside the country, the bars to entry do apply. If you have been...
All right. Pallavi, are you there?
Yes, I'm sorry. So
Okay.
if you had an issue with them and their overstay, you will have to file a waiver. After you get that I-130 approved, you'll have to go through consular processing and you'll have to file a waiver to the bar to their re-entry. And what I can't understand from what you told me is how long they've stayed out of status in the country. And depending on that, they could be a 3-year bar or a 10-year bar. And if they have a 10-year bar, then the waiver has to be applied. That will say that you need them here, and we just have to find a qualifying relative that can make that argument and do the waiver and then get their immigrant visa done abroad.
Oh, okay. They stayed 1 year. They overstayed 1 year.
Okay, so their status ran out, and after that they were here for a year, or they were here for a year and a few months went over. So you'll have to just go over the entire detail to be able to see, but either way, they will be subject to waivers that need to be filed for them.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right?
All right.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Good luck to you. And moving on to our next caller. Once again, 972-235-5555 is the number in the studio. And this is Your Business Matters with Pallavi Ahluwalia from Ahluwalia Law Offices. To get in touch with her beyond the show, do give a call to her front desk manager. And the number is 972-361-0606. ahluwalialaw.com, their website. Going to our next caller. Fun Asia Radio, you are live on the air. Go ahead and ask your question to Pallavi. All right, you're live on the air. Go ahead and ask your question, please.
Hi, thanks for taking my call, Pallavi.
Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Paul. So this is my immigration question. My scenario is something like this. I have been on EB2 with a priority date of 2011 for the last 6 years now. So the date seems to be moving pretty slow, and I do not foresee that it's going to get current in the next 1 year or so. But in the interim, I have been getting promoted in my organization. Now I'm kind of heading a unit itself inside my organization, and we are kind of expanding into other geographies like Mexico and Canada and so on and so forth. So my question is there any possibility for me to basically upgrade my EB2 to an EB1?
Okay, so the part about it being, and I can see where the question is headed, for an EB1C, which is a multinational executive or manager, right? So
Yes.
that's the position you've undertaken or taken on. But the question I have is, have you worked for the company abroad for 1 year? And that is either in the last 3 years, or we've been able to argue from the time that you entered, if within that time, from the last entry that you had worked for that company once for at least a year in the last 3 years. And that
No.
would be a branch of subsidiary.
No, I did not. I joined them literally here in the U.S.
Okay. So if they are making you go to different countries, maybe you can ask for a move that would take you out for a year, work in the branch, and then when you come back, then you are eligible for the EB1C. But currently, from what you've told me, you're not.
So if I hear you right, Pallavi, you are suggesting that if I, let's say, take an example of Mexico, if I go to Mexico, I cross over to Mexico, but I can still come back here to the U.S. because I have further interest my family and so on and so forth. Or should I not set foot in the USA for that interim period?
Based in Mexico. You can't have they won't be on H4 or whatever dependent visa that you're on right now. They won't be able to hold that. You'll have to make a move to another payroll for another country. You'll have to be in that branch for one complete year. And then when you come back, you can come in here as an L1A, and that would be a multinational executive or manager. And once you come back that way, then you can also go for the EB1C, which is a multinational aspect of the green card.
Oh, no, I understood that part, Pallavi. The only part where, because my kids, everybody is US born, so I do not have any encumbrances as far as that particular issue goes. The question is, if I go to, let's say, a foreign country, I would still be able to visit back to the US within that one particular year, or I should not even enter into the US? On a B1, let's assume.
Yeah, so if you just come on a B1, it should be non-interrupted. You cannot be here for a month. You can come here for a visit or you can come here for a couple of days, maybe a week, but it should not be interruptive of your stay abroad. Otherwise, it will count against you.
Oh, okay. And okay. So any prolonged stay would raise a red flag. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. So basically, business meetings as opposed to working from the US.
Got it.
You
Okay.
have to distinguish between that, right?
Okay. Thanks a lot. Appreciate.
All
taking my
right.
call.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Moving on to our next caller on Asia Radio. You are live on the air. Go ahead and ask your question to Pallavi, please.
Hi, good morning, Ms. Pallavi. I just want to ask one thing. We got a green card in last September, and then it's 6 months is over. But then my question is, can you do any other business other than IT? Because my JC got based on IT. Now, can I do any other non-IT businesses, any retail or any merchandise?
Absolutely. You're free. You can do what you have to. So the green card you did get related to a permanent job offer, right?
Right.
Is that and that was based on your job?
Yeah, based on my IT job.
IT job, okay. And you had worked for that employer for how long?
I have worked until November, and then for some, due to no positions, they got fired me in November. So I do not have any job.
Okay, now my question is, had you worked for that same company for a while? That would just lend credibility to the belief that you worked for them in a bona fide position and that green card was not done fraudulently, but the fact that you had actually worked for them. You did work for them for a while, correct?
Yes, I worked for them around 2 years.
Okay, so that's fair enough. Now, at this point, you have no encumbrances. You have nothing that would hold you back from pursuing whatever you want to, whether it's going to be in IT or not IT. You're fine.
Oh, okay. There won't be any problem for my citizenship, right? During my citizenship or something?
No.
Okay. Because after I got my GC in September, in November I lost my job and I do not have any pay stubs or something. So while I it will be any problem for me?
Migration application, that is not a focus that the government has currently. It's not been there. You not having a job also has no impact on your citizenship. And the government does understand and excuse the fact that circumstances do change for individuals as well as for companies, and they won't hold you to it.
Thank you so much.
Okay, all the best.
All right, 972-235-5555, number in the studio. And to reach Pallavi, you can call her front desk manager at 972-361-0606. Going to our next caller, Fun Asia Radio, you're live on the air. Please ask your question to Pallavi. Fun Asia Radio, you're live on the air. Go ahead and ask your question, please. All right, looks like we have lost that call. Going on to our next call, Fun Asia Radio. You are live on the air. Go ahead and ask your question, please.
Hi, ma'am. I have a question with the Pallavi. My son, he is born U.S. citizen, and we're planning him to be married in Pakistan. So, is there any way after marriage can he bring his wife with him?
Well, not immediately. The only way we can is by filing for her, and that would take about under a year. So he would be filing an I-130. Once that gets approved, it has to go through consular processing, and that's when it would go forward.
I do request you to turn off your radio and continue, please.
Okay, and the thing is, he's born U.S. citizen, so why he cannot bring with his wife together,
Yeah, well, it should be a good suggestion to the government. They just don't allow that. It has to be done by a proper paperwork processing, which takes time.
So you have to
whether they're born or natural impact, a U.S. citizen, whether they're born here or would not change anything there. It has to be done where the paperwork is filed. She has the immigrant visa stamped on her passport, and then she can enter the country.
So he has to file like I-130 or what?
Yes, after he gets married, he will be filing an I-130. Once that's done, then she has to go through the consular paperwork at the NVC and then at the consulate.
Okay, thank you.
After he gets married, on the next.
Thank you for your call. Moving on to our next call, Fun Asia Radio. You are live on the air. Go ahead and ask your question, please.
Hi, thanks for taking my call. Just want to check on the acquisitions. Actually, my company has filed for my perm this January, and my company has been acquired by another company, but the acquisition has not yet happened. So just want to check how the perm processing will go through.
So at this point, the company is still an entity with an FEIN number that is running payroll and doing all the responsibilities of the company, even though the acquisition is underway.
Yeah, and it did announce that they will take care of until the final sale is gone.
Okay. Now, the perm can continue without any hindrance. There would not be any problem. The point that has to be remembered, however, is at the time of the I-140, the company is sold, which will be another 8 to 9 months. There must be a document that goes over the sale between the companies and transfers the liabilities of the immigrant employees. So anybody that has anything that's pending, either on a non-immigrant visa or any immigrant processing that's underway, to be seamlessly transferred to the next company that is acquiring. So that asset purchase agreement must list everything, not the names of the employees, but the fact that the immigration liabilities will transfer from one company to the other, and the other company would be responsible for that. That language, if it's missing, you will have a problem with getting the I-140 approved. If that language is there, it should not be a problem.
Okay. So if my perm processing is approved before the acquisition happened, and my current employer only files for I-140, then also once the I-140 is approved in premium, so my new employer have to file an amendment after my I-140 gets approved, or is there anything?
No. Good question, but no, there are no amendments available after getting that I-140 approved at any time to be able to move to the payroll of the other company and get the green card through the second company. I'm talking about the one that's acquiring. You will have to have this document, this contractual document that documents the relations between the two companies, one of the seller and one of the buyer, and to be able to say that the immigration liabilities of the buying company, so the company that is buying it, has acquired all the immigration liabilities. So that language is required.
Okay, that's it. But there is no need of amendment and refiling the perm and everything, right?
No, well, refiling the perm would make it very clean. Right now, all you'll get is a priority date, and later on, you'll have to get the perm approved, and then you are not dependent on this asset purchase agreement or the language that goes into the conversion of liability. However, if you have the proper paperwork done, then you don't have to go through the expensive and the lengthy process of the perm with the second company.
Okay. Thank you very much for taking my call.
And
all the best.
And that's all for today. Thank you so much, Pallavi, for coming on air and answering all those questions and simplifying their life a little bit. Pallavi, nice to be talking to you again.
Thank you, Neetu, for hosting me so well. I'm so glad to have done this today, and I hope to be back in the studio to be able to answer calls live next week. Thank you so much.
Thank you. AluwaliaLaw.com is the website, 972-361-0606 to get a personal appointment with her.